Am I better than everyone?
Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Jelly Gigi on the first. Hello Jelly, Nick, Fermented. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are surprisingly playing Rivals today. I literally haven't played this game in like a month probably, or if I did log on, it was just to play like one game and then be overwhelmed and leave. So this is gonna be very interesting. We're gonna see how this goes. Holy Fermented, thanks for the 10 stream watch streak. GG's. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm also trying to keep my streak alive of streaming on Sundays. And the past couple weeks I was doing it at like noon.
Better stop that vehicle!
3 years. 3 years. 3 years. K.
Holy
gotta
shit.
go put Spawn to bed. Have a good short stream. Cumber 13 love.
Have a good short stream. It is gonna be a short stuff one. I'm ending right now. No, I'm just kidding. Step one, thank you so much for the 3 years. That's actually insane. I'm actually confused because that means my stream anniversary passed. I thought it was later for some reason. But thank you so much, Stefan. I really appreciate it. Tell the spawn I said good night. Hope you guys are doing well. Better stop that vehicle. It is Sunday. But guess what? I also have tomorrow off, so I don't have the Sunday scaries. Although I do have to take Puff to the vet tomorrow, but I think it will be fine. Oh, Platt, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. Only played like 3 games of Rivals this season. Dude, Jelly, look at this. Oh wait, we're not in the game. Wait, hold on, I forgot how to stream. Dude, I can't believe it's been 3 years, Stefan. That's insane. That's actually crazy. You know what? I forgot. I need to do desktop capture for this. Let me make sure I don't have anything sus open. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. But dude, Jelly, look at this. Let's see. When was the last time I was like actually playing? Season 3.5. Season 4. Season 4.5. Okay, Season 5, I played 9 matches. Season 5.5, I played 0 matches. Okay, Season 6, I played 8 matches. That's actually surprising. 6.5, I played 5. Season 7, I played 0. 7.5, I played 0. 8, I played 2. I guess that was the... Hey, I got an MVP. 50%, 100% win rate. 50% MVP rate. Season 6 comeback. But yeah. Let me fix the audio here real quick. Oh no, don't look at my settings. There we go. Get this Buster on a pro team. Holy. Me with my silver 2 projected rank, knowing that if I played a single ranked game, I would immediately get cyberbullied to the depths of hell for how bad I am. I don't even know like what all these new characters are. Oh my goodness. Aw, he's so cute. That's a pretty good emote. Whoa. Whoa, this is cute. Oh my god. The skin would make me be a Mantis main again. This looks exactly the same as all of his other skins. Ew. Whoa, look at this. This one's pretty cool. Is he made of the Infinity Stones? Wait, this is Captain America? Why does he look like Simon? Looking like a Vampire Survivors looking at Happy Pride thing. Oh, speaking of Pride, look at this. I got my Shady Cumber ready for Pride Month. This is cool, but I actually still have no idea how Gambit works. This one's lame. Whoa. This is Rogue. Alright, alright. I mean, these costumes are pretty good. I don't know what the other, the past seasons had, because I haven't been on. Ooh, look at this Luna Snow skin. That's a hella costume, holy shit. Holy shit. Don't you bonk me, Fermented. Holy shit. Oh my god. Is this how they've been keeping people playing? Okay, so this is all hella... Oh wow, okay. Random Ultron in the middle of all this Gooner shit. I'm looking respectfully, I know. Good thing I put the shades on. Oh, this is so cute. That's a nice costume for her. Damn. Is this because of like Formula? Is there something going on with Formula One racing right now? I think this is a cute costume. I like the shade of blue more than like the brighter one on her default skin. Damn, look at the the asymmetrical whale tail. That's pretty creative. Pop the balloons and win big. I actually never watched Daredevil, but I heard it's a good show. Okay. Hold on. Let's get rid of all the exclamation points first. Musical Fountain, Alchemax, Moon Girl. Alright. Let's get rid of all the exclamation. Oh, what is this? You have to watch the Netflix show. Is it on Netflix? Or is it just on Disney Plus now? Oh, she's so preppy. The hair is so cute. Oh, she has a little Tamagotchi. What is ESU? What in the lore is ESU? Whoa, that's a different penny skin. Okay. That's cute. What is this? Oh, this is the Formula One. Okay, Luna Snow. Hold on. What I really need to look at is the new heroes. I'll take it. I'll take it. This is one of the things about Rivals, if you didn't know, is like if you don't play the game for a long time, when you come back, they throw so many gifts at you because they're trying to get you to stay. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna derp around in the practice range and learn all of these characters. I forgot I had the furry skin for Loki. Okay, White Fox. I actually know absolutely nothing about this character. Fire a fox marble forward that bounces off terrain or heroes. Then hones. Slash for. Oh! 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 While awakened, slash forward. Continuously heal nearby allies. So what does awakened mean? And so awakened is my E. Enter awakened state, transforming spirit tails into physical tails. While active, continuously drain spirit tail energy and heal nearby allies, striking enemies. So awakened state gives me a AoE healing or like healing aura. Cumby cool. Actually, it's Chumby Chool. While awakened, sweep forward to tails. What the heck? There's another form? Oh my god. I'm confused. Let's just see.
Heroes don't wait for opportunity to strike. We strike first. Our prey is in the open.
Kekla Schmal, I let that guy die. So does it, like, pierce? It doesn't... Oh, it does pierce. That guy's just full. Okay. And then I have those little 3 things. Whoa! What did that do? What the heck? What the heck? Left shift. Okay, teleport to an ally, instantly healing. Okay. So the awakened state basically makes you it puts you in like damage mode. Oh, it puts you have to melee though. Damn, I kind of hate that. Alright, awakened state already over. Can I shoot through? Okay. And then what does my right click do? Consume 1. Okay, so to heal myself, I would do left shift, or right click. So basically like Luna. Let me try the ult. Holy shit. And then I can select one to like power up.
Our prey is in the open. Double KO.
Let me go to the actual practice range. She walks pretty slow though, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about this one. Let's set the parameters. Whoops. Let's do basic combat. All right, let's see what this does.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sense them. Close. Actor's injured. Mayday.
Why does my left shift not do anything? Oh, I see. I see. I see. Okay, I think I get it. Now let me see. Black cat. What is all this? Okay, so she's... I really don't like melee characters, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, let me pause this. Lunge forward with claws bared. Slicing, launch a grappling hook. What is fortune? Spend fortune to unleash either claw whip or phantom pursuit. What the heck? Hold space. Oh my god, you can crawl up vertical surfaces. We streaking in here? Holy, what's up, McCoffee? How are you? How's your weekend going? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my Sunday stream streak alive. Apply Jinx to enemies on hit. Jinxed foes have a chance to lose their bonus damage. Okay. I don't understand what these two different things are. Is it like if you use your E,
5, 4,
you get...
3.
Oh, is the 900...
Some unwanted guests.
I'm confused. Oh, whoa. Okay, now I have none. Oh, okay, it's literally money. What the heck?
Yoink. Give me that luck.
Okay, so as you...
Someone's
Wow, this is
causing me.
freaky. Okay.
Good day for a swell battle. And begin.
Yo, what's up, Bulge? Wait, I'm confused. I'm so confused. I don't understand how anything works in this game anymore.
Fortune for me.
So the dash is like Black Panther, kinda? Maybe? Okay, I can see how this character's pretty cool, but I don't think I'm big brain enough to understand. Character design's wild. Yo, Heather, how's it going, Heather? How are your weekends going, Heather and Gulch? Oh my god. Why is she standing like she needs to pee? Okay, I haven't tried. I don't know anything about this character either. Oops. Oh my god.
Step aside, you git.
Dude, I saw a video of a guy playing Black Widow on Wii Remote. And it was pretty sick.
There you are, you cheeky gits.
Whoa, the E is a... What the heck? Okay, this... Okay. Okay. I don't understand what anything is anymore. But you know what? That's okay. That is okay. Let me see what this dinosaur does. Oh my god, he's so slow. What is... Okay, so it's like a... It's like the Bowser attack in Smash. Sticking her ass all the way out. She needs to pee so bad, dude. It was nice. Just made a big batch of butter chicken for the week. Yo, I'm jealous. Do you like portion it and freeze it? Or does it keep in the fridge for the whole week? I'm trying to like cook more, but I hate cooking. Dino's pretty straightforward. Shift grabs. Okay, so you would shift and then tear into them with your left click, I assume. Like this. And then the right is like a laser. Right is like Iron Man. GG on the street. What does this do? Big dino go roar. She ulted. What's up, Ezzy? How are you and Sea Dog? Usually eat it for a few days, then freeze the rest into lunch portions. It works out really well. Nice. Yeah, meal prepping is like one of the best things you can do for yourself, I feel. You shift and take them back to like a penny nest or somewhere advantageous for your team. Oh, you actually grab them? Wait, what? Yeah, grab. Let me see. Dash and pounce on your prey if the target's already bleeding. Oh, okay, so then I get bleed. Oh, okay, so I do... Oh my god, stop freezing me. Like this? Wait. Hold on, let me make the NPCs like not do anything, because I can't handle this. Let's just make it like Spider-Man or something. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good, we just got done a big drive, so we resting now. Still gotta drive myself home though. Aw, GG on the drive and the rest. What if you just don't drive yourself home and you just stay there? Oh, I chomped him! Give me that chomp. I want a chomp. So he just lets go like whenever. You might have to hold shift. Big if true. And then this. Whoa. Okay. Big dino go chomp. Okay. I never really learned. I didn't even really learn Angela, if I'm gonna be honest.
I'm done trying to fight who I am. I'd rather fight the folks who hate and fear me for it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What does her ult do? Basically, I'm probably just gonna keep playing the characters I know. So I just want to know what these guys do.
And that's how it's done.
So her ult like attracts them to her? Steal stats. Oh wow. Oh shit. That was sick.
Won't go so easy.
Wait, that was really cool.
Well, look who's up to no good.
Alright chat, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get up to use the restroom real quick because I'm very hydrated right now. And then I think we're gonna try a quick play. Maybe. It's gonna be so embarrassing though. Yeah, I'm gonna BRB for 1 second. We will be right back. And by 1 second, I mean like 3 minutes. So BRB. Alright, I'm back. Can also fight the AI for a warm-up? Maybe. I feel like, I don't know if they changed the AI battles, but last I did them, I feel like they really sucked. Okay, I drive. Drive safe, Ezzy. Get home safe. Watch out for ghosts. Holy! Holy. Yo, Nick. You want to get in Discord? Pause, champ? No pressure. I think I'm gonna try learning White Fox. I would, but I'm really tired. I went swimming today. No worries. No worries, Nick. You ready to go? Just don't be mad at me if I'm really, really bad, okay? I be speaking even slower. Nick's like, yo. What's GG on the swimming though. I hope you guys had a good time. I don't know you know how to swim. Holy BSE big swim energy.
Or villain, I'm not judging.
Agent F1.
I'm gonna try this, and if it goes very poorly... Oh shit, let me turn off voice chat. If it goes very poorly, I'll just go... someone I know. Yo, what's up, Nibbon? How's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. We're being washed at Rivals. Whoa, look at this skin! Holy shit, dude! What the fuck? Moon Knight actually got a good skin?
So do I.
I'm shook.
Then we understand each other perfectly.
Oh no, why is he hot?
The battle starts in 5.
Okay, I already forget how to play this character.
1.
I'm
All you
sorry.
need to do is capture the
Sorry
mission
to
area.
this team.
Got it?
Thoughts on Drake's 3 newest albums? I haven't listened to them. I don't know what's up with Drake these days. Oh no, I suck. Oh no. I forget what my right click does.
Mission area is yours to capture now.
Oh no.
Mission area.
I forgot how to play.
Double KO.
Pulls me back to battle.
Here, how about I just pocket heal Nick and then let Nick carry? Am I in NYC? No, I'm in Philly. I moved to Philly like 2 years ago, I think. Why do you ask? Are you in NYC, Nivon? How about them Knicks though?
Perfect synergy.
Bro, I can't believe Moon Knight has an actually good skin.
Capture progress has passed.
I'm so shook.
Damage sustained. Need assistance.
Okay, the left is pretty nice actually. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm tweaking. The hype around the Knicks is so cool that I thought I asked from leaving in. Yeah, I lived there for like 2 years.
Battle.
NYC is having a lot of good things happen for them right now.
They've almost got
Yo, what's up, Gummy? Stream's been hella chill. This is like my first time booting up Rivals in a hot minute. So I was just in the practice range, like, looking at everything. Patty cake. You know what? I don't feel bad that Wolverine died.
Supernova!
Cause Hikey, if I don't have line of sight, I don't have line of sight. Like, what do you want me to do? How are you, Gummy? How's it going? Nippon, I went to middle child.
Speed.
And I was
stamina,
so excited
and
because
some
I
very
was
sharp
gonna get the
claws.
surfer like you told me to. And then turns out they have an entirely different dinner menu, which is like fancy steaks and shit, and not actually their good sandwiches. So instead, I just got this like random ass tofu sandwich. And it was pretty mid, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna have to go back during like the daytime when it's not dinner menu. Why is this person like assaulting you, Nick?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Just playing some Overwatch and chillin', hell
all you need to do
yeah.
is capture the mission area. Got it?
Right, Nivon? I was so scammed. I was like, what the heck? I came here for the surfer. Dude, you know what else is kind of interesting about Middle Child Clubhouse? Is that if you use the restroom, the toilet seats are like resin encased objects. Like there's one that's resin encased like bacon and eggs and breakfast foods and shit. And then there's one that's like, I'm gonna die. I died. There's one that's like oysters and lemon slices encased in resin. I don't like sitting on
The
them.
mission area is yours.
It's so random. Disgust. This is why you put toilet paper down first. It was like quirky though. They were trying to be quirky. Also, welcome back, Step 1. Is the spawn asleep?
Damage sustained.
Should I ult? Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have ulted because I don't know what I'm doing. Holy shit, are you riding that dino right now? Or was I see- Holy shit! He's riding the dino.
Captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Bro, this game. I just saved your life. Mutie. Alright, I'm tired of not knowing how to play. It's time to break out the big guns. You know what I remember about Philly? Have you ever been to that one club where they have a ball pit? No. Do you remember what it's called?
Area is almost yours.
There are a lot of really like there are a lot of bars and clubs that have like really weird gimmicks to try to bring people in.
Thanks so much.
I'm getting Deadpooled. I'm gonna die. Stay on the point, patty cake, she's not patty caking, I'm dead. We're both dead. They also had an ice
Judge, jury, executioner.
Whoa, look at that cloak and dagger skin.
Double kill.
Love me some raw oysters. Yo, what's up, Sphincter Shrinker?
Better stop that vehicle.
Cumber 13 party Cumber 13 dissociate.
Oh, thanks for the 12 months fermented. Holy. Dude, it's been 12 whole months. I'm gonna die. Thank you so much, Fermented. I really appreciate it. Okay, Sphincter, I have questions for you. Because I don't think I really know anyone who's like into oysters like that. So one, how many oysters would you like eat in a sitting? And two, would you eat oysters as like the main event of the meal, or is it just like a snack while you're like having a cocktail or something? And three, have you ever gotten sick from consuming raw oysters? Because that's like what my main fear is.
Before you attack, get ready.
The spawn do be snoozing.
I hear that your friend Moon Girl makes some epic
They had
mixtapes.
girls in bird cages above the crowd.
Think that I could ever
And
make
that
one
felt a
too?
little weird, but maybe it was empowering or something. ITK. That's so interesting. I'm gonna have to find out what this
Battle
is.
starts in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Catch up with oyster.
All you need
What
to
the
do is
heck?
capture the mission area. Got it?
I've never heard of that. Wouldn't you just put you like squeeze a lemon on the oyster, right? I've never had raw oysters, but I don't think I could do it. Like texturally, I don't think I could. I just don't think I could do it. I think it would come right back up, if I'm being honest.
Mission area is yours to capture now.
Chat, are you pro or anti oysters? Raw oysters specifically. Or have you never tried them?
Time to celebrate.
I still don't understand how Deadpool works, if I'm being honest. Osmosis Jones is why my ass would never eat oysters.
Making a comeback.
Is that what happens plot-wise? Does the person eat oysters and then all of the little body people are like, oh god, we're under attack?
Thanks. I'm good to go.
Be strong together. A nice deep freeze.
Dude, I'm sucking so hard right now. I haven't contributed a single thing to this team this entire time.
Armed and
Just cancel me. Literally.
Half of the mission area. Keep going.
This is a nice song though. Don't forget the champagne. Oh, is that what you're supposed to do? Champagne and oysters? Okay, lukewarm take. I do like caviar, but I would not do oysters. But caviar isn't raw, is it? Oh my fucking god, this fucking Deadpool. Yo, we getting it raw. Get out of here, Stratos.
The area's almost yours.
How's it going, Shadows? What's up?
even better than my mutant power.
Oysters are kind of nasty, but I've pretended to like them a few times in my life.
I was worried.
That was very brave of you, Nivon. I could not. I like cooked oysters. I like steamed oysters.
A nice dip freeze.
But once you realize that they're like scavengers and they eat like filth in the ocean, when you're eating them, you're like, tastes like digested filth.
Someone
And I
needs
feel
a
like
snowball
that
in the face.
dampens the experience a bit.
Bring it in, mate. Be strong together.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
worried.
I feel so safe standing behind my dino team. Oh, they're gone. Okay.
Dinner time,
This is real firepower! Armed and dangerous!
I'm dead. Steffo snacky snack or app. I would have no more than 6 of them in a sitting, but it'd have to be during Bakasha, $1 per. Otherwise they'd be pricey AF. Gotcha.
Armed and dangerous!
That makes sense. That makes sense. Have you seen that girl on like TikTok or whatever who goes to the dollar oyster thing and will eat like 40 to 60 oysters in a sitting?
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
I get so worried for her every time because all it takes is one bad one to like.
Supernova!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm lost. I bought $50 of oysters to look cool and then absolutely choked them down. Don't do that. I would never. I'm so sorry, Nibbon. But we live and we learn, I guess. NYC used to be the spot for oysters back in the day, but the pollution, so I'm never eating something off the snack. That's true. They probably get them shipped in now. Alright, how bad were my stats? Oof! 15,000 healing. The cloak and dagger basically did double the healing that I did. Unfortunately. I'm good. Speaking of oyster, gotta figure out dinner. You should have pizza for dinner. I'm good, Shadows. I'm good. Just having a chill weekend. Actually, I had a 3-day weekend, which was nice. So I also have tomorrow off. Never been sick from raw oysters, but fried oyster po' boys? Really? Like you've gotten sick from fried oyster po' boys? That sounds really good though. Oysters purify something like a bathtub of water a day. Oh, so they're like filters? Nick Dude 19.8, damn. Bro was carrying, not even gonna NGL. She's a champ with a— yeah, she just slurps them down. Have I ever played Zoo Tycoon? Hell yeah, Nubon. Zoo Tycoon, I don't know if you're talking about the like 3D one or the isometric one. Actually, I might have played both.
You'll need a top-notch
Or did I
team to
play
win
the—
this one.
or is there only a 3D one? Maybe I should just go Rocket. Not even gonna lie. Does Moon Knight have a team up with any healers? I guess not. Wait, what was the— if we have 3 healers, then I'll try it. Oh wait, White Fox is taken.
Just say it. There's nothing I can't fix.
Nibbon, I have this memory of going to my friend's house when I was like 10 years
30
old
seconds before you attack. Get ready.
and lift the seal on the tablet of Iron Fist. And
Like me, buddy. Never figured I'd have something in common.
we played Zoo Tycoon on her computer and it was really fun, and we like abused the zoo guests or
The
something.
battle starts in 5.
And I think we built like an animal pen all the way in the sky or something like that.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
People
Got it?
shy.
These
Pun
jerks are
pun.
about to learn the way of the red. I'll patch
First time hearing Punisher called Pun Pun, and I don't know how to feel about that. If we're gonna be 3 healers though, like I should learn a new character, you know? Alright, we'll alternate like chill game and then stressful game trying to learn a character. How about that? Got very hyped about fried oyster po' boys. I've never had a po' boy, but I really want to try one.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying. I'm good to go. Look over there. You're ready for it.
That person's about to die. Let me introduce you to Jurassic World Evolutions. That shit is Zoo Tycoon with dinosaurs. Do you ever play Ark, Nibon? I know that was big back in like 2012 or something. So that's dinos, I think. Alright, this is boring. I'm gonna switch characters. But I don't know where the new respawn room is.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
From the brink, baby. Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
Just Blade, Ultron, and White Fox don't do much healing.
See, I'm fucking helpful.
So what you're saying is I should go Invis. I'm just kidding. Invis or Mantis, eh?
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Oh my gosh, hi Indy, cat kiss, dog kiss. Hope you're doing well. Did you stream today?
You're welcome.
Punny Wunny ooh. Wiggles fun. Oh god. I don't want to stream anymore.
Almost there. Don't turn back now. I am ready to put on a show.
Yo, check this out.
This is real firepower.
If we all aim for Luna, we can kill her in her ult. I guess not. That's a lot of ults.
Again.
Damn. Ark is fucked up. I built a great base with some friends. Hey, I forgot it's like an MMO, isn't it? I never played it myself. I just watched people playing it. Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm Rocket. Then I went offline and I logged on, my base gone. So people would just like grief in that game. It was truly like the wild. Spent so much time playing that game, really. What's my favorite dino? What's your favorite dino? Fermented in chat. You know, now that you say that, I had a favorite dino when I was little. And I feel like it was the Brontosaurus. And then it turned out that Brontosauruses didn't even fucking exist. And I was like, well, what's the point of anything?
You're ready for it.
And that was the beginning of my cynicism. No, I'm just kidding. But I think the Brontosaurus slash Brachiosaurus was my favorite dino. What about you guys? Yeah, I streamed today. It was really nice. Played HMM3. Is that Heroes of Might and Magic? It was like quiet and good. Don't know how to describe. That's good. Quiet and good is good. Just needed something quiet. I feel that. I'm glad that you had a good stream. 7 to 17 minutes until pizza ready. I'm weak and impressionable. Hell yeah. You enjoy that pizza shatters and you don't feel any guilt about it. You deserve it. Here's a Might and Magic. Glad I played the new one. It's really nice. Nice! I only know of that game because of Mary Chan. If you've ever seen their stream, I think they stream. I don't know which one they have streamed or if they've played like multiple of them. Where am I? What am I doing? Tank rocket. But yeah, from what I've seen, it looked very chill and quiet. Griefing in a multiplayer game. Did I ever tell you guys about how I got banned from a... Did I ever tell you guys about how I got banned from a Minecraft server for griefing? It was unjust though, but there's nothing to be done. What is this Lamau GG ... Brachiosaurus, but I think because I saw that tall boy in a museum. True. They are pretty epic. Yes, they're a fan. They stream more than one, I think. Nice. Yeah. Chumby lore time. Nick knows. Nick knows the story. What's the server name? And I let this Minecraft delinquent into my server. SMH my hedge. So the story is well, look at the skin. The story is I went onto like Planet Minecraft or minecraftforum.net or whatever it was back then, and I found like servers that you could apply to join because I wanted to play Minecraft on a server with people. And then I applied to join the server and I got in, and it was one that you had to like be whitelisted for or something, and I had to send like screenshots of my builds to prove that I was like worth getting into the server. So I got in and then I logged into the server for the first time, and keep in mind I'm like a teenager and I just have this like $200 Acer laptop with like -3 gigabytes of RAM and some like i3 processor. Not even. It was probably like some AMD shit that could barely run anything. But yeah, just like a scrawny laptop running Minecraft. And so, you know, I had to put the settings all the way down so the graphics looked horrible. No smooth lighting, no nothing, no particles. And I log in to the server and I'm just lagging like crazy. And I'm like in the spawn area, I'm looking around at everything. There's some chests with free resources and stuff that you can take when you start out. And then you know how like on these servers usually the spawn area is pretty built out and they have like paths going places and signs like describing everything. And I remember I like went down this one water drop and it was like you just drop and then there's a sign with 1 block of water above it as normal so that like you don't take damage when you hit the ground. And so I go down this water drop and I'm lagging so bad and I like go to eat the food in my hotbar, so I right click, but because of the lag it accidentally like placed a block that was on my hotbar, and it placed that block directly on where the water block was. And so I destroyed the water block in that water drop, and so I was like, oh shit. And so I like mined the block away and I went to look for like water that I could replace it with. Except I just like lagged so bad, and like, you know, the longer I was on the server, the longer I was running Minecraft, the worse and worse it got, because like this laptop is a piece of shit. And so I couldn't find like water or a bucket to fix it with, and nobody else was online, so I couldn't tell them like, hey, I accidentally lagged and broke the water block here. And at this point the lag is so bad that I just logged out and I was like, you know what, we'll try again another day. Maybe my computer will magically be able to handle it better tomorrow. And so I logged out. And then the next day I try to log back in and I like double click the server in my multiplayer list, and then it says it pops up the little dialogue and it's like, unable to join server, you have been banned from this server, reason, and then it said griefing in all lowercase, except they spelled it Greifing. And that was like really funny to me for some reason. Yeah, like that. So that's the story of how I got banned from my first ever Minecraft server that I tried to join. The end. Kevin trying to save his chill.mp4. All the crying, yeah, that's basically what happened. So that's my story. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Nick, are you down to keep going? You and Peter Grief. That was a good story. Thank you, thank you. Down for a couple more, alright. Should I try a new character? I mean, yes, but which new character should I try?
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Or I could just... Whoa. Oh no. Dino? I'm scared. Oh wait, we already have 2 takes. I don't need to do all that.
Who's ready to go hunt?
Whoa! That's a sick Loki thing. Wait, I don't know how any of these characters... Alright, fuck this.
Agent of one. I'm going
Here, I'll just do this. I'll just do
Direct
this.
the hunt. White fox.
Oh, we have a team up?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
What in the heck? We got cat girl made Deadpool. You know what? Good for them.
5, 4, 3,
Also so good.
1.
I know Fermented. I think Jeff has a dino skin. But Dino is its own character, and he's a tank, or it's a tank. I don't know. I already forgore all of my moves.
Team strikes efficient.
Oh god, I can't aim.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Pressing the hunt.
Oh shit. I'm in the thing. Oh shit. Help. Tuscany. Headed out. Thanks for the stream. See you next time. Oh, thank you, Heather. Thanks for being here. Have a good rest of your night.
Now the claws come out.
accuracy percentage!
Wait, should I do Elsa then? I'm gonna do Elsa.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Even though I don't know
Step aside, you
how
wits.
to,
I'll do this myself.
Oh my gosh, is she British? This is so embarrassing.
Oh, much better.
There are innocent beings at prison here. We don't
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Get that vehicle moving again.
I've been frozen. Holy. This is so embarrassing for me. I'm sorry.
Whoever took me out, you just made my list.
my poor boss!
Why is she British?
I unleash.
So
Fantastic!
many of them.
Whoa!
Very funny, Wade. A bit too close for comfort.
Holy. These healers are doing the Lord's work over here.
I bloody Deadpool.
Should I be, oh shit.
I am ready to put on a show.
I have no idea what my ult does. I'm so sorry. Oy, oy, oy. I have an F.
Not while there are still monsters on the loose.
0 and 3. Feels good, man.
Trap set.
What does my F do?
Very funny, Wade.
How do I get the big Chungus gun?
He's on his wall if he catches us.
Oh my god, we're pushing, we're pushing.
Only 60 seconds.
Never doubted us for a second.
You are nothing.
Oh god.
Man, I gotta make another beacon. Wait, that's
How do I switch my gun?
These monsters deserve to be.
Oh my god, I got a kill.
Right,
Let's
hunt them
go.
proper, like.
Let's fucking go. Alright, let's not overextend here.
A shield? Oh, why not?
Down to 30 seconds.
Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, I got another kill, let's go.
fantastic!
Nice healing, whoever did that. W healers. EU aim. There's a Jeff skin where he's in a dino onesie. Why is Jeff so adorable? Born in Boston but raised in England within an occult monster hunting family. Oh, so she's like the Belmonts, like monster hunting family. Born in Boston, I knew I didn't like her for a reason. Holy. Look at my 2 final hits. Okay, I do kind of like this character. I want to try again. The enemy Phoenix was so good. You know what, Nick? You're so good.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Oh shit, who am I? What am I doing? Ninja air fryer. Chat, how many of you have an air fryer? Because every time I talk about how much I hate cooking, people are always like, you need to get an air fryer. Dude, an air fryer will change the game. An air fryer will save your life. And I'm like, I already have an oven, a toaster oven, and an instant pot, and I don't use those already, so I'm not sure what an air fryer would do for me. Air fryers are pretty sick. What do you make in yours? No air fryer here. I want to borrow my cousin's air fryer. An air fryer will suck your dick. I don't have an air fryer. Whoa, look at that Iron Man skin. That's the thing, is like, in terms of convenience factor, I don't see how it's better than like just sticking something on a sheet tray and sticking it in the oven to roast or bake. I'm gonna die! Oh my god, W cloak and dagger. I'm dead. Sails through the roof after that ad airs. I'm gonna die! It's Jover. Imagine not having a convection oven. Oh yeah! That's the one where they have like fans that circulate the air, right?
You just made my list.
There's still a chance to stop them.
0 kills on this entire team.
Oh, why not?
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
The moon haunts.
Nice try, Moon Knight. Oh shit! I don't know if this is the time to like learn a new character. You know?
As bad as things
You
get,
know?
I tried to stay positive.
I think I gotta break out my girl.
Be strong together.
They made it halfway. Stop them. I'm hurt.
Thanks so much.
Hey, Dee, enjoy the amplifier.
Holy me when I'm enjoying the amplifier. Oh my god, live Iron Man! Oh, so I guess. Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
You belong to me.
Every time she says that, I think of the Taylor Swift song.
A nice deep freeze.
Stop them in their tracks.
I don't have to be center stage.
Oh, I walked into the thingy.
Thanks so much. A nice deep freeze.
No, we're doing a lot better now that we got a goated Luna on our team. That was dumb of you, Iron Man. I don't know what you were thinking there. Save me! Save me! Okay. Thanks for the res.
Be your best self.
I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Ooh, I'm alive! Holy.
Thanks so much.
Should I ult?
I am
Oh
ready to
no. Oh no. Oh no. What a mess, man. I don't think that was worth it at all.
be strong together.
Well, I guess it saved us time from me and Mag dying and having to respawn. Alright, regroup, 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 regroup. Oh my god, you idiots. Patty cake. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry. I couldn't patty cake. I panicked.
Time strikes again. Better stop that vehicle. I'm back in the fight.
Does an air fryer warm up the kitchen? I guess that would be a plus if you live in a hot shared place. Panic cake. Literally. I mean, the oven warms up your apartment though. If anything, the air fryer probably doesn't produce as much heat, but uses a bunch of electricity. I don't know. Any air fryer scientists in chat?
I suck. We're finding our groove.
I don't think that's the welcoming committee.
You're a welcoming committee.
I like the cold.
Alright, team, we can hold this for 4.5 minutes. Easy. Oh lord. Oh god. Get his ass. Oh god, squirrels?
I like the cold.
Oh my god, that sucks.
Be your best self.
Oh my god. Ninja air fryer, it's you and me, pal. Holy shit, we're alive. Holy shit, how did we do that?
I suck.
I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm alive! Oh, I double ulted, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
I was worried.
I can't believe you survived that. That was kind of epic, not gonna lie.
Be strong together. Stop them in their tracks.
You belong to me.
I feel like as long as I heal Iron Man up and Emma, we're okay. I mean, I think our mag is also doing work.
I was worried. A nice
Judge, jury! Execution!
Oh fuck, that was dumb of me. I'm sorry.
Another bump in the
Paging all
judge,
air fryer
jury,
enthusiasts who don't use it use an indie system.
Someone needs a
I
snowball in the
mean,
face.
reduce, reuse, recycle. The more purposes you have for one thing, the better, right?
Don't give them another inch, or else. My friends are here! Thanks for the shield.
Alright, we got the amplifier. Oh no! I'm gonna die. I got stuck on the. She got all of us?
Maximum pulse!
Holy shit, dude. GG Scar. Oh my god, I did no healing. SMH. SMH my head. We got slaughtered. I'll take the responsibility for that one. I should jump off here. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Thanks for playing, Nick. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you. Get some rest. Have a good rest of your weekend. I said I don't have one. I live in New England. A hot kitchen is a 2-month per year concern max. Maybe 3 months of your bloodline is weak. Needing the heat on when it's in the 70s is just nuts. That Nick dude carried. I wonder if he streams. I wonder too. Thanks for carrying me, Nick. Thanks for the games. Chat, I think I'm gonna call it here as well. I know it was a short stream, but I really just wanted to hop on to keep the streak alive. But I appreciate you guys being here with me and putting up with my horrible rivals playing and screaming into the microphone. I don't even know what these things are, but I'ma claim them. What is ESU? Oh wait, I meant to equip it. Wait. Oh, this is the emote, not the costume. Thank you for the drop I will never use. I don't even use any of those drops. I mean, I've never redeemed any of them, even back when I was playing this game like every day. I was like, I don't need this freaking drop. I need to get good at the game. But I think that ship has sailed. Can we raid someone bald? Perhaps? During Pride? Oh my gosh, happy Pride, guys. Let's see if the bald person I have in mind is still on. Oh, but Missile's playing DS1. My favorite show is on Fermented. Empire State University. Oh, because they're in New York, I guess. Gotcha. ESU's in Philly. Disregard Nick is correct. Eastern State University. I don't get why they turned Galactus into a cutesy anime girl. Did I miss something? Actually, forget I asked. I don't want to know. Is that... So is Galacta originally Galactus in the comics or something? I don't know. I actually don't know anything about like Marvel lore in general. Mibsel raid. We gotta raid Missile. Raid this. Actually, it's Galactus's daughter, Galacta. Hi, Atlas. Hi, Atlas. Cat kiss. Let's raid Missile. I think she has Nebby Brick. Is that a cat at Nebby Brick? Wait. Let me see. Let me see all the emotes she has again so we can choose a good one. Or we could just do Brick. Oh my god, there's a Pog spot. Wait, we should do Pride Sire. Because it's Pride Month. Not Newfound getting auto-mod. Marvel Rivals Son or Thought Die. That's amazing. Okay, let me make this raid message real quick. Good luck, DS1. Is the S capitalized? Okay, here's my raid message. You guys can do whatever you want if you like. Missile has hella good emotes in that chat. If you get left behind, this is where we're going. If you don't know Missile, she is awesome. Super nice streamer and community. And she plays like... What has she been playing lately? I don't even know because I just tune in for the Dark Souls. She used to play a lot of Celeste. I don't know if she's taking a break. No, you know what? She's still playing Celeste, but she took a break from like the super difficult strawberry jam lobby she was doing, I think. And is doing like a different thing in the Celeste advanced tech world. I don't know, but super fun, cozy stream. Let's go say hi. Plethora of Nevi emotes, indeed. DS1 Celeste and Nerd stuff. Oh yeah. True. She's a very good like lurk stream. So let's go say hi. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I hope you have a really good rest of your weekend. If you're returning to work tomorrow, I hope it goes well. And I'll see you guys. Oh shit, how do I raid again? There you go. This is the raid message. No one tell them, where's the end stream button? Bruh, flip explode. Well, now I gotta make that emote. I'll see you guys. Have a good night. Bye.